So we just finished coating all of the butt joints on the ceilings. And the reason why I do those first is for them to set up a little bit, to dry a little bit. I've got the heat on right now, so they're drying. You can't really see in the video here, but they're already halfway dry. So I coat all the butt joints, which are these big wide ones that go across the ceiling and up and down the walls, the up and downs. And then I go around and I do all these corner beads. By the time I'm done doing the butt joints and the corner beads, the butt joints have set up enough by the time I'm done doing the corner beads that I can go back and do these long flats right over the butt joints, and they build up just perfectly where the butt joint meets the flat, right here, okay? This is the butt joint, the big wide one, and then the flat. There's always a build-up where the tape meet each other, so you gotta overbuild it just right so everything turns out to look flat. So that's the reason why I do this way. There's a lot of tapers that don't do it that way, and it just doesn't look as nice. And it's harder to sand, it's harder to work with. I like to do things so things are systematic, one step at a time, very easy to work with, but still done within a timely manner. So now we're going to do the corner beads. So now I enjoy working with other people, but it's hard. Like I can't even hire a laborer just to pre-sand for me, because if they scratch all my work, it just makes it more work for me on finish coat. And I'm actually losing money by having that laborer not do it properly. You know, and most people don't do it properly. Even people that have been doing it for years. Unfortunate to say, I've worked with quite a few people that have been doing it longer than I have, and they just obviously haven't learned from the right person, because they don't do things systematically. Things are all over the place. On these corner beads, you can see the beads still sticking out. And like, I don't know. I'd rather work by myself, but I do enjoy working with people when they're really good at what they do and they really care about the work that they do. That's the problem that I have with working with most people, is they just don't care. They just want to get the money and get out. They don't care. As long as it's good enough to paint, it's smooth, Doesn't matter if it's true flat. That's what most people's attitudes are. My attitude is make it true flat and then make it smooth. So it's done properly. People are paying big money for this kind of stuff, you know, like do a proper job. If you're not going to do a proper job, then just don't do it. Leave it for the guy that's going to do the proper job. That's the way I look at it. But then you have the issue of people that just don't want to pay for it because they're so used to seeing these people that don't do a proper job, so they automatically expect that everybody's not going to do a proper job. I encounter that a lot when I first meet clients for the first time. But within the first day's work, they already know that I'm doing it better than most are. So by the time the second job rolls around, they don't want anybody else working for them. They only want my work. That's the case with this builder here, Jayridge Builders. So he didn't want anybody else doing it. He only wanted me doing it. And I understand why. I put the care, I put the time that it needs. And I may take an extra day longer than most tapers. But damn, does it look good when it's done. Damn, the painters never call me back to do touch-ups. All the tapers I ever worked with growing up, except for the one that I learned the proper way from. All the other tapers I ever worked with growing up, always getting called back to do touch-ups, getting bitched at by the painters, like yelling and screaming at us because we were leaving so many touch-ups. I worked for this one taper, Jayridge. That was his name. And that was his company name, just sole proprietorship, just like I am. Jayridge, drywall services and taping service, professional plastering taping services. And he taught me how to plaster, not just tape drywall. Plaster it, make it true flat, and then make it smooth. And since then, the system that I use just makes the job fly. Like, you see so much work done by the end of the day, and it looks so perfect, and everybody's happy always, you know. And I'm not even trying, I'm just doing what I do. This is the way that I learned, and this is the way that I do. It's not even like work to me anymore, because I love what I do. I'm just hanging out at the job site, making some videos, you know, stuff like that. Put it up to my YouTube channel. And then I go home and I play around on my other YouTube channel, where I teach people how to make free money online. Like, that's all I'm doing. I'm just having fun, you know? But I'm making some damn good money while doing it. That's what this work's all about. It's an art. I'm an artist. At least it's an art that I can get paid for while I'm still alive. I don't have to wait to die to be able to sell it. You know, like most artists have to do. Die before their paintings are worth anything. I get to paint these houses every day with mud. And I get paid for it. And people appreciate it because they do the nice work. So can you see me still? No. So generally I'm flying, but I've got lots of time left in the day, and I'm way out in the country. My ride's not going to be here until 5. I'll probably be done by 4. So I'm just taking my time today. Usually I'm just flying though. Plus there's a couple things that I want to skim one more time at the end of the day. Have a couple little air bubbles popping through. Just so I know everything's ready to finish sand tomorrow. some music going again.